Hello, this is Dave Sugarbaker. Today is the 25th day of May, 2025, and I have a very difficult piece of the Sermon on the Mount to share with you today, and then I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to paraphrase it as well. You have heard that it was said, "You shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy." But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, so that you may be children of your Father in heaven. For he makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the righteous and on the unrighteous. For if you love those who love you, what reward do you have? Do not even the tax collectors do the same? And if you greet only your brothers and sisters, what more are you doing than others? Do not even the Gentiles do the same? Be perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect. And the sticking word is perfect, isn't it? Well, this is what it means. Two men were walking down the street on their way to lunch in the city, and it could be any city. And as they're walking, they pass a small store selling newspapers from around the country, and one of the men turns into the store to buy a Wall Street Journal. The cashier behind the counter is aggressive and angry. It's a simple transaction, but nevertheless, the man behind the counter is unnecessarily rude. The man buying the paper, however, doesn't respond to the provocative attitude or angry words. He's calm, he's polite, he wishes the grumpy counterperson a good day. As they leave the store and head down the street, his companion comments on what happened. "How did you stay calm? That guy was way out of line. You should have told him you would report him to his boss." And the man with his newspaper replied, "I try not to let how someone else is behaving determine how I'm going to behave." In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus says, "You've heard the conventional wisdom, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, because when you do that, you are acting like God, your spiritual parent. For God makes the sun, a good thing, rise on both the righteous and the unrighteous, and sends rain to fall on both the good and the evil. Be like that. Show the same kind of love God shows. If you love only those who love you, what's the big deal? Even tax collectors love other tax collectors. And if you only bless those who are family and will bless you back, everybody, including Gentiles, does that. Let your love be completely complete, mature, unconditioned by the behavior or the beliefs or the skin color of the one receiving your love, just like God's love." I read something recently about the Shriver family. Now, in the last generation, during the Kennedy years, the Shrivers were always in the news. Sergeant Shriver founded the Peace Corps, and his wife, Eunice Kennedy Shriver, founded the Special Olympics. Wow, two really great woke programs that have changed lives around the world. Tim Shriver is part of the next generation of Shrivers, and he's following in his family's footsteps. Here's Tim writing, "We have a new, viral, toxic, almost lethal issue that almost no one has named. We have a cultural addiction to contempt. It is not a function of disagreement. We don't have a disagreement problem in this country. We have a contempt problem, and they're not the same. It is not a sin to disagree. It's human to disagree. It is not necessary to disagree with hatred, however. Tim Shriver has created what he calls the Dignity Index. And at one extreme of this continuum is contempt, and at the other is dignity. And the Dignity Index is a measuring device so that we can see where we fall along this when we experience either somebody treating us with dignity or treating us with contempt. At one extreme is the attitude that people you oppose are not even human. It's our moral duty to destroy them before they destroy us. And at the other end of the spectrum, at the other end of the ruler, perhaps we could say, is the belief that every person holds inherent worth and should be treated with dignity, no matter what. The Dignity Index describes the way we communicate either contempt or dignity. Shriver encourages us to measure our disagreements. On the index, there are 4 styles which trend toward contempt and 4 which trend toward dignity. Let's take the contempt side first. There are 4 levels or scenarios, starting with the least contemptuous. Level 4 mocks and attacks the other side's background, beliefs, commitment, competence, and performance. We're better than those people. They don't really belong. They're not one of us. Level 3, a little bit more serious, attacks the other side's moral character, not just their capabilities or their competence. We're the good people and they're the bad people. It's them or us. Even more contemptuous, level 2 accuses the other side of not just doing bad, but being bad, of promoting evil. These people are evil and they're going to ruin everything if we let them. It's us or them. And level 1, the most filled with contempt, escalates from violent words to violent actions. It's a combination of feeling the other side is less than human and calling for and approving violence. They're not even human. It's our moral duty to destroy them before they destroy us. Now, the other 4 levels along this dignity index are trending toward dignity and respect. And so the least the least full of dignity along this spectrum, level 5 listens to the other side's point of view and respectfully explains their own goals, views, and plans. The other side has a right to be here and a right to be heard. They belong here too. Level 6 goes further. It sees it as a welcome duty to work with the other side to find common ground and to act on it. We always talk with the other side, searching for the values and interests that we share. Level 7 is even more full of dignity, wants to fully engage the other side, discussing the deepest disagreements, to see what breakthroughs they can find. We fully engage with the other side, discussing even values and interests that we don't share, open to admitting mistakes or changing our minds. What a thought. And level 8, the most respectful, the most dignity. I can see myself in every human being. I refuse to hate anyone, and I offer dignity to everyone. Each one of us is born with inherent worth. so we treat everyone with dignity no matter what. Shriver says that he created the Dignity Index, this measuring tool, to help us become aware of the level of dignity or contempt in any group that we might participate in. Those groups would be things like our family, our work group, our friend group, our neighborhood, our church, our lodge, our political group. And in those groups, Shriver says, we need to emphasize the positive and try to minimize the negative. The Dignity Index may be something we want to keep an eye on. It may be a way to foster dignity and to damp down contempt. You've heard the conventional wisdom, love your neighbor, hate your enemy. But I say, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Because when you do that, you are acting like God, your spiritual parent. For God makes the sun rise on the good and the evil, and allows rain to fall on both the righteous and the unrighteous. Be like that. Show the same kind of love that God shows. If you love only those who love you, what's the big deal? Even tax collectors love other tax collectors. If you only bless those who are family and will bless you back, everybody, even Gentiles, do that. Let your love be complete, mature, unconditioned by the behavior or beliefs or the skin color of the one receiving your love, just like God's love. Now, God bless you. That's all I have to say on that. And I hope to see you soon. Stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye.